they don't really get like the repetitions. You know, like when you go to well, you haven't obviously seen a gym in a long time, but when you go to a gym, will you please stop texting me?
Really?
My God, get a life, you freak.
I don't even want to. I don't even trust your credentials. They're over there, over the pond, and you're lying about everything anyway. Anyway, keep going.
Not even gonna.
Did you finish high school?
Cheers, Jay. Congrats.
Congrats. Soul Journey number 2. The journey to sold. The should journeys. You're screw up on here.
My spelling mistake.
I don't want that anymore. It's 10 a.m., not 6, like you've told the people. It reeks. It's gross.
It's just our tradition. We're not at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday morning.
The traditional 6 p.m. thing, yes, it is traditional.
Friday.
You've got to celebrate success for yourselves and your buyers, so we do that with a short glass from time to time.
That's it.
Okay.
So we're back, episode 2, The Soul Journeys, unit 1002, 822 Seymour Street. Jay, what's the building name?
Laria.
Is it Laria or La Aria?
I don't know. L apostrophe Aria. They capitalize the A after the apostrophe. I'm not the best at all that sort of stuff. I don't know if it's like a thing, pronunciation thing, if it's from here, if it's from somewhere else. I don't know. The building is good. It is, I think, 13 stories, 2004 concrete, corner of Robson and Seymour. H-Mart, is it?
H-Mart, yeah.
Is their big anchor tenant. Anyway, it's a good building. Good work for you, putting them in a good building. That's what we pride ourselves on, not selling leakers. Good work to the client for buying in a good building and listening to you.
It's funny you bring up H-Mart because that was one of the selling factors for this client.
100%. Go downstairs, jump in. Bought a rice cooker from there once. It's still going in the kitchen if you want some after.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway.
In a nod to your Asian heritage of your family.
I'm as multicultural as they come, sir.
Okay, let's run through this, some key points.
Okay, key points of these are the key points of a traditional sale anyway, but we'll highlight them and then you can go through the ones that you care to speak about, and the people that want to see the difference can just come buy some real estate. It's cheap.
Or sell some real estate. See what that journey looks like. That's also a should journey.
That is a should journey. We're going to do that shortly, hopefully with that one that's hopefully going to complete this week. Mm-hmm. Everything crossed. Now, first point, first time home buying introductory meeting. Mm-hmm. Are we going to go through them? Don't bother going through them. Going through them after.
Okay, all right, I'll go through them after.
21 months of waiting. Pretty standard.
Fruit fly.
Stop. Jesus, I thought it was hair. 21 follow-up messages. COVID-19 delays. 2 days of showings. 8 showings. 0 open houses. First-time home buyer lesson of fire. Still the most random way to highlight what you're going to talk about there.
You'll like it when I get to it. You'll like it. I've got a nice.
I don't understand.
For you as well.
And 4 offers and counter offers. Does that mean 2 offers and 2 counters? You could have explained it a little differently in here.
No, it means
just reading
it means
blog.
4 offers and then 4 counter offers.
8 collective.
8 collective.
Oh wow. Well, you should have said 8 then. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Just go.
Okay. So the first one, the first-time home buyer. I'm not going to shamelessly plug our first-time home buyer session, but as the people may not know, we run this incredible first-time home buying session, which is truly tremendous in the words of Trump, is truly tremendous. And it's basically aimed at giving people what they need as they're about to head into the journey as first-time home buyers. Giving them the lowdown, chance to ask questions. Well, we don't need to go into that too much, but that's the process. Of course, it's not in person now because COVID came and screwed that up. So it's now online.
Zoom
meetings.
But
it's been reduced to the annoying 45-minute meeting timeline as well.
Because we don't want to pay for the Zoom Plus or whatever it's called.
Absolutely.
But the good thing about it, my part of the shameless plug, and then we won't talk about it again, we used to always do it one-on-one. Then we said, let's do this collective. And I think the better part about doing it this way, I mean, one-on-one is great, which you'll speak to that this turned into. But the collective is good because you don't know what you don't know when you're a first-time buyer, and all these other first-time buyers' questions you either will have yourself or will probably have in the future. So it's a good way to kind of spitball everyone's questions and just fast track the process and not just listen probably
Don't I
want a
know.
little color in there and mix it up with other people. So anyway, that's that. The initial first meeting.
Yeah, so we ended up getting together with this buyer, and we sat down in person to do this seminar in person, kind of gave them the lowdown of what was going on. That was how we first got introduced to this buyer, and then we literally came up with a game plan, which was supposed to be in 8 months because she graduated school, unlike you, so wanted to wait until she was... Don't even try with your...
I graduated high school. I graduated my diploma of hospitality management, and I'm a certified dive instructor. So I've graduated everything I've attempted, sir. Thank you, and continue.
Okay.
I don't even trust your credentials. They're over there, over the pond, and you're lying about everything anyway. Anyway, keep going.
Not even gonna...
Did you finish high school?
I did. Well, we call it secondary school.
Did you finish?
Yes.
Do you have a piece of paper?
Yes.
You can provide me.
Yeah, I have GCSEs.
See, I don't even know what those numbers are, letters are, it's irrelevant.
Your country was founded upon my country principles.
Okay.
So therefore...
Let's carry on.
Anyway, we'll carry on. That's a whole other video. Yeah, so we got together, went through this. We had the plan of getting things started actually towards the tail end of last year. So that would have been like December 2019.
Yes.
So we practically had everything in place early part of this year to go, pre-approval and everything. And then COVID hit. And so then we slowed everything down. And we obviously didn't end up doing something until just now, so November 2020. So it was actually 21 months of waiting in total. 21 months.
So the process you're about to discuss is pretty standard for everyone, but the biggest point about that 21 months is it's an opportunity. I mean, if it wasn't there, it'd be great. They would have achieved their goal faster, and so on and so forth. However, the environment that COVID has created, which you'll talk to at the end, has become more advantageous for the buyer. But that leads into the next point of 21 follow-up messages over those 21 months.
Yeah, so we did
information.
I mean, we do this with all of our clients, of course, even the ones who have bought, but we always follow up with them regularly. It's usually at least once a month. We don't want to be annoying, of course, and it's usually like a happy birthday, Merry Christmas, that type of thing, or a market update. And typically we find towards the tail end of the process with clients, we start getting more market related updates because people start being more interested in, okay, this is going on and I'm going to look to purchase in the next 3 months. What's the market looking like? This is my budget. Okay, can we keep an eye out for this type of thing? And that's exactly what we did here for 21 months.
Yeah, so when we're providing that info in the just like the monthly updates, for example, that we do, a lot of the time I feel it falls on deaf ears. Same with like, you don't care what mortgage rates are if you're not getting a mortgage. You don't care what 2-bedroom condos are selling for if you're not buying one yet. So I think this was a lot of information flow given as everyone received, but for that 21 months it kind of further followed the market, of course, and then re-solidified them wanting to do something and then entering when they did.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and we stay up to date anyway, right? We have conversation with our clients. It's never a case of, okay, like you've bought something or you've sold something, that's it, we're done kind of thing. We always stay on board. A little funny tidbit for you. So I do run a follow-up system, as you know, every
I would hardly
month,
call it that.
reaching out to people. Settle down. And
it's very good.
I did that follow-up system last month, and for the first time I got a message back saying, will you please stop texting me?
Really?
My God, get a life, you freak. Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah.
Just say no thanks, not interested. I have another realtor, just lie. But I'm glad you've now experienced that.
Yeah, so that
a fraction of the hate I've achieved for myself over the years.
That did make me laugh.
That's
well, as a millennial, I'm used to getting all of the hate of today's culture. But nonetheless, moving on. So we did the 21 follow-ups, the 8 showings.
We're jumping down. Okay. Yep.
8 showings
over 2 days. 8
showings over 2 days. Yeah, especially with the first-time home buyers, it's a new process, so it's kind of like doing reps. As we previously discussed in another video, you don't go to the gym at all, clearly. So look how short that is.
It's because I'm sitting.
That's what you do.
It's because it's so restrictive back
No, it's
here.
because you're a size small and you're wearing an extra small.
I wear clothes
to
that
make
fit.
you look like a size medium.
I wear clothes that fit.
large.
I wear clothes that fit.
Too small.
Perfectly.
Anyway.
Perfectly. And I go to the gym 5 days a week. For the record.
Pilates doesn't count.
I will take
We went
my
out
shirt
on
off
2
right
days.
here on camera. It'll be amazing. Keep going.
We need to cut. We went out on 2 days. We did 8 showings, and especially with the first-time home buyers, they need to get into the process of going to look at multiple properties.
And similar to our buyer journey 1.
Yeah, buyer journey 1. We
Vancouver,
went to New West.
So keep it close so they can keep everything top
Keep
of
it
mind.
close. They can keep on top of everything. They can make sure that, you know, they're taking everything in, gives them a chance to kind of do the repetitions and get used to it. So we kept everything going for the 2 days or so. I'm just being cautious of time, so we're going to move on to the next one.
0 opens, as we know, and your last minute insert here, first time home buyer lesson on fire.
Ah, this is awesome. Such a good pun for you. So our client got burned. You like that? You like that? Yeah.
I don't like the sound of our client getting burned, no.
Okay, right, we don't actually like our client getting burned, of course, but this is a common one, as you know, not mostly with first-time home buyers, but it does still happen to those who have bought as well.
Okay.
It's probably our second property we went to see. She really liked it, but it was only the second property the first time we'd been out.
So
Okay.
she's not gonna, yeah.
So she's not ready to pull the trigger yet, which is understandable. We've gone to look at a couple more. She's wanted to take the night to think about it. It's come to the next day. We're going to go view some others that evening. She decides that she would like to put an offer in on the one that we saw. Well, by the time we had a conversation with the agent, they'd already got an accepted offer, and we'd missed out on our opportunity. She didn't want to be a backup offer. So, of course, that it's painful. It is a reality in the market. It's something that we always advise when people do want to wait and they do want to think about it. That is the risk that they put themselves out to. And unfortunately, we got burned on this one. I mean, luckily, what happens mostly is people then start viewing other properties and they compare everything to the one that they missed out on. Mm-hmm. That didn't happen in this case. We found this one. Thank you, HMART. And it worked out perfectly. But as you know, even with some of the higher price points, you can view really expensive ones, and then you're good, especially when they're few and far between those types of properties, they start comparing everything and it's a downward spiral.
Yeah, so it's hard because there's a lot of emotion tied to it, especially the first time level, but as you just mentioned, in the high end as well. But you really need to, the tip from that, in my opinion, is it's you really have to look at it as a product on the shelf. Mm-hmm. If it worked, it worked. If you didn't buy it, you're not getting it again. It's gone. Don't get emotional about it. Look for the key points that you need. Move on to the next one, and you'll find something. There's always something else. If it takes a week or 21 months, there's always something else. So yeah.
The plus caveat to that is usually when people get burnt by that, when the time comes again, they're ready to take the necessary action in order to make that successful
Get it done.
So
Yeah.
you usually don't learn that lesson, unfortunately, until you've been burnt by it. Hence why it's the first time home buyer lesson of fire.
I get it.
Genius
but
writing on my part.
Put it that way.
Genius writing on my part. On that note, I think
that's
we've
proof
reached
of
our time.
The lack of high school.
We need to cut you off.
Graduation. The last one is 4 offers and counter offers, which is actually 4 of each. So 8 back and forths. Yes. And we're timed, so quick. Come on.
We had a good game plan. We went in strong. We went in with an aggressive plan to bring the price down. We didn't go in too low, of course, not to scare anyone off. But in the end of it, we actually managed to bring them down almost another 10,000 below our ceiling price.
So perfect world.
Perfect world. And we will line up and we'll see you soon, hopefully, for episode 3.
If
for a bigger one.
The stars are aligned, episode 3 will be filmed early next week.
That's
yes.
it.
Fingers
AJ,
are crossed.
Well, you don't even have a drink, so.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers. Buyer journey number 2. Cheers to success. And E.
Shut up, we're done. You don't have to include that bit on it.
Include that.